Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have another Marvel Legends review for you. We have a special set for Avengers Endgame. The packaging just says Avengers because they didn't want to ruin the movie's title, because the movie's title alone was super secretive at first. So a lot of the Endgame stuff initially released with just an Avengers logo. But this is definitely from Endgame. So spoilers potentially if you haven't watched Endgame, which if you haven't, go watch it. Why have you not? It's awesome. So this is a really cool set. I believe, I'm trying to remember where I bought this. Was this at Target? I think this is a Target exclusive. I got it somewhere. And it's a 2-pack of Hawkeye and Black Widow, but they're in the suits that they used to travel through time, as you saw in the movie. Now, one thing to note, in the movie, they kind of had a different look to them. They were more white. Whereas the toys are gray. So that's a big bummer because I really like the look of the white suits, whereas I think the gray suits kind of look more lame. Like they just look plain looking, you know? So that's a big disappointment right there. So if you wanted something from the movie, it doesn't exist. If you want, I guess, the closest thing there is to what was in the movie, then I guess here you go. So, the interesting thing about it, though, is because they all wear the same suits, instead of releasing all the figures separately, they actually did something smart and just released Hawkeye and Black Widow, but interchangeable heads with Nebula, Ant-Man, and Iron Man. So you can technically interchange the heads as well, which is really, really cool. So anyways, here's the packaging. On the side, you see Hawkeye. You can kind of make out that it's a little bit more white on the side here, but you get the idea. I think they kind of made it grayish looking just to blend in with the toys on the side. Yeah, even this looks a bit more gray, whereas in the actual movie, it was definitely white. But yeah, here it is. So without further ado, let's get this open and take a look. All right, here they are out of the packaging, and they're actually pretty cool looking. I do like the faces of these characters. They definitely capture the likeness of the actors pretty well. And even though the suits themselves are not the whites and not exactly from the show, I don't know. These ones actually don't look too bad, just with the weapons and everything. They're kind of decent looking. I still would prefer the white, but you know, it is what it is. So starting here with Black Widow. So let's take a look at the face. Hasbro and Marvel, they just do a fantastic job at capturing the likeness of these actors, and yeah, they did a really nice job. I think, like, gosh, the eyes, especially like from the side like that totally is Scarlett Johansson. Like that's actually really well done. Yeah, that definitely is pretty cool looking. And then as far as the actual suit design, so here it is. Again, they all have the Avengers A logo right there. There you have it. Little hints of red throughout. There you go. Not too much else. The one other thing that I wanted to mention is on the side here, they sort of have a little device, which, as you remember from the movie, was used. However, I will mention that on the one that Hawkeye is wearing, it definitely looks better. I don't know which one's more accurate. I can't remember if it was white colored with blue or not or whatever, but that kind of looks a little sloppier on the one on Black Widow's hand, but you know, I don't know, I guess it is what it is. So she has these two weapons as well, but the cool thing about them is you can actually combine these if you would like. And then you have this. So this is also pretty sweet. So definitely a pretty cool looking weapon, and it allows for, you know, some nice poses with this as well. So then in terms of articulation, so the head's of course going to be able to rotate and move around because it is on a ball joint. I will say also though, her hair, I think this is just the version that I got. Look at that. That kind of looks bad. The paint paint. I think they got some paint stuck in there, and little scuffs of paint on the top. It happens with Marvel Legends figures, and with these types of figures, you're gonna have paint issues like that. So it is disappointing, but like, is it a deal breaker? You know, I still am going to keep buying these figures, but I do wish that they would, you know, keep an eye on that kind of stuff. So then, as far as the rest of articulation, so the arms rotate around, move up, then you have some rotation right here, double joint at the elbow, and then the hand rotates and moves around. This upper body piece rotates and twists around, so there you go. And then the rest is all one solid piece. You have some leg articulation, rotation right here, double joint at the knee, and then the standard leg movement up and down and twisting around that Marvel Legends figures have. So there you go. Pretty good articulation. So then that brings us to Hawkeye. Pretty cool looking. I do like the way that he looks, like kind of holding the bow right here. Definitely pretty sweet. Very, very, you know, simple looking design here, but still pretty neat. Interesting now that we have a Ronin figure that was released individually, and now a Hawkeye with the bow and stuff as well from the same movie. So let's take a look at his face. It also looks pretty good. I feel like this eye is slightly off a little bit, almost like somebody was trying to place a sticker, but they placed it a little too close to the inside of the face right there. But I'm kind of nitpicking a little. Like, overall, he definitely looks really nice. And I can see a Jeremy Renner in him. He's also got the hairstyle right there. There you go. Rocking that look. Or not rocking it, depending on your opinion. And then you have the Avengers A logo right there. So same standard design for the, I believe some of the toys called it the team suits. Whatever the official name is for these suits, I don't know. The back here's got a lot more gray, considerably, than the back of this one. But yeah, overall, pretty decent. As far as articulation goes, pretty standard fare, but we're going to go through it anyway. So movement there, rotation, movement upwards. It doesn't move as much because of those little shoulder pads there. Rotation there, double joint at the elbow, and then movement in the hand, and then in and out as well. This whole upper chest piece moves up and down, and then this whole upper body rotates. You do have leg movement, pretty standard. Rotation, double joint, and then leg up and down and around. So there you go. There is your Hawkeye figure right there. So as mentioned previously, the other benefit of this set is that you have interchangeable heads. So let's start with Black Widow here, and we're gonna pop off this head. Just give me a moment. Okay. And we're gonna put the Nebula head on right here. And now you have Nebula in this suit. Pretty cool. I definitely like this idea. I suppose if you really wanted the whole team on display, you'd have to buy multiples of this pack, the 2-pack. So I guess in that case, this would actually be a worse situation for you, because there's, you know, the number of male and female characters, all that. Like, you're gonna have to buy the set with one male body, one female body, and have to display it all properly and stuff, right? But if you only care about just getting like an example of like just a couple of these, then this set is great because you can mix and match the heads and stuff. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely pretty neat. So let's zoom in on the face here. Take an up close look. This looks fantastic. Just the likeness right there. They did a great job at capturing the look of Nebula. The little robotic pieces and everything, like, just, yeah, really nicely done. That just, I suppose you could make an argument that the fact that her face is like painted and stuff in the movie makes it so that if you have a face like this, it's a little more believable than a human face. But at the same time, I still think they captured the likeness very, very well. Like that, absolutely. The eyes, everything, like even like the mouth, like the whole proportions of the face, really, really nicely captured. So they did a great job with that. So then let's bring the Hawkeye body over here, pop this off, and we're gonna plug in Ant-Man right here. Now, I will note, I'm trying to remember the movie, because I paid attention initially, although I've kind of forgotten over time. In the movie, I think, I'm trying to remember, the only person that had their actual suit's helmet on was either Ant-Man or War Machine. One or the other. But I can't remember which one. Whereas everybody else had like a normal, like they had the same helmet on. But only one other character, and I don't remember if it was Ant-Man or War Machine, I'm sure you guys in the comments will let me know, had their own helmet on. And I thought that was really odd. It made no sense at all. It was so random as to why that one character did. Maybe there's a reasonable explanation. I have a feeling it was War Machine because Ant-Man's helmet is very much similar to the helmet that they all had. So maybe it was War Machine, I think, that had his own helmet. I was like, why? It was so weird. I don't know what the decision was. So obviously Ant-Man is going to blend in his helmet pretty well, with this design because, similar technology and stuff that it's based off of. So pretty cool. But that brings me then to the next point of the next head that's included, and the final head that's included is an Iron Man helmet, which again was not in the movie. So there's toys of the regular Iron Man helmets here on this suit's body. Give me 1 second here while I try and attach this off camera. I actually cut my finger in between takes with trying to open the package and all that, so I don't want my band-aid to like slip off as I try and put this helmet on. Okay, there we go. Like, first of all, this does look kind of odd, having the regular helmet on. Obviously, the color scheme clashes and all that. Like, it's a little odd. I mean, it's not... I don't hate it. I think my thing is I like consistency. So either everyone has their own helmets or no one does, and everyone has a consistent helmet. Having the one-off or whatever, that's just odd to me. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, there he is. So if you want to pretend and fantasize about this, there you go. You could, again, if you have other versions of these, right? Like, I have this here, but if I have a Tony Stark... hold on, I'm trying to look and see if I have a Tony Stark somewhere. Do I have a Tony Stark? I know I do. I just have to find it. Alright, I'm not going to waste time looking for it, but my point is, if you have a Tony Stark face, you can pop it out and use that there, right? So you do have the flexibility if you already own some of the other figures. The last thing I want to mention here, because I forgot, is there's another accessory that comes in this set, and that's this little blaster here, which I believe is Nebula's. So I just want to show the Nebula head with the little blaster. It's really small, and it doesn't super stay in the hand very well. Like, I mean, it stays in, but it's, it kind of wiggles a little because it's tiny, but there you go. Also, the other thing I should mention is they have already released one figure with this suit in the past, which was Captain America, which was sold individually as part of one of the waves, the first wave of Avengers Endgame Marvel Legends. Again, he has his helmet here, which looks really odd, and I don't know why they did that, but they did. So, just to answer a question, if anyone had it, of, hey, I have Captain America, and I want to swap the heads of figures I already have, do I need to buy this set to get a different body or something? The answer, as you're looking at this, is no. It's the exact same thing, right? You see the two bodies are the exact same. So that's literally, they basically just reused the same thing. So if you have Captain America and you have previous Marvel Legends releases of Iron Man or any of these other characters, you can just swap the heads and you're good to go. But if you want the female body with this suit, right, then you're going to have to buy the set, and then now you have another male body that comes with it. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're buying a bunch of these and trying to figure out your purchases. So with that being said, I don't know. I guess my thought is I think these are still pretty neat, and I like the fact that they have the interchangeable heads, even if it's not always movie accurate, and especially the suits themselves are not movie accurate. It's nice to have that flexibility, right, in what you want to do. So interesting release, and if you're into Avengers Endgame, I think I'd still recommend picking this up, but of course with the reservations that if you want something movie accurate, this is not going to be it, so keep that in mind. So let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are as well. Stay tuned for more Marvel Legends reviews on the way. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you later.